Okay. Well, you know, at least Jiang Li is not trying to kill her husband off. That's something. Okay. Back to their house we go. No, I don't have an Instagram. Okay. But let's hope both of Ayu's parents don't die because of all this nonsense. That would be unfortunate.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Okay, let's follow the sick guy. What could go wrong?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
And somehow the sick guy can run. Good for him.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
Okay.
This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
This is Domainy.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Is he coming into the domain with us? Because he definitely should not. Okay. Into entanglement of past dreams we go. I don't need Dendro. I'm fine. They're giving me a Dr. Baizhu to use anyway. It's fine.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead? The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
Maybe they died.
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
This little cave thing was literally on the main path to the village by their house. How has no one else found this by now?
Stabilize! Bow your head.
Okay, that's that.
Whoa, there's a sensor here.
What
Those
is
treasure
this?
hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I don't see any dust on the sensor's surface. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this censer was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? 'Cause we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This censer, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiangli to give me the poison.
Oh, well, at least you consented. And even asked for it.
Jiao
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Proceed deeper. Will do. Open. Not seeing any treasure chests.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
I activated something?
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks
Fancy
of it,
door.
the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Huh? Paimon doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here. There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Oh wait, am I supposed to... We're gonna go through this door first, because this is the door I feel like going through. I'm here now. Hi. A treasure chest.
Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Silence!
Oh, I thought it was a Minotaur. It was a Geovashot patchling. Okay, continuing along. I have this now. What's over here? Nothing. What about that door? Let's look at that real quick. Just a treasure chest. Awesome. worth. I can buy more money. Oh, I need this one to activate. Okay. I see. We are here now. Okay, can't land there. Understood. Jiangliang is dying. Oh, do you have a shop? Hi.
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Let the mighty be humble.
One to whom the chiss loathsome something. Could not read its full title.
Dr.
But
Baizhu,
that-
how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Sounds like it's time to summon
What are
Zhao.
we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him!
Well,
Baizhu, you're a great
to save one,
doctor.
we have to
Surely
kill the
you
other.
gotta know of some other way we can save him,
or give up
right?
on the other.
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
And just,
Dr.
you know,
Baizhu,
forget
Give
your
it to me
child
straight.
and everything
how
you
long
care
does
about.
Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art,
You cannot be thinking about that again.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of God remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiangli have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see IU grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiangli back, then even if I die,
Jialiang.
after cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment. That's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang, Baizhu, Changsheng, is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiangli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods. What a crazy
Fair.
situation! Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiangli. What's the point of it all?
All we can do right now is honor Jialiang's decision to bear
I've
witness.
seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things
That's a
must
good
come
thing.
to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
How did he so easily eradicate something that Zhongli had to, like, set seals on? I guess it'd been sealed for a very long time and was
It
weakened.
will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Technically, I guess it did.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad. Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang. 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 Dad, are you awake?
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Did we make him a
Do you
zombie?
feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I'm as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Who finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jia Liang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Aw,
Without
thank you, Hu
Director
Tao.
Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
I knew someone was listening in on that conversation, so it was you,
No
Hu
wonder
Tao.
he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baiju's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell. All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good!
I don't think you can turn a zombie back into a
is that
human.
right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time. Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Such as?
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Maybe I'll whip something up too. It's been a while.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't
Thanks for
mention it,
making my
Jiang.
husband a
I was
zombie.
just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?